Okay, hello guys. Today might be a really fun video for those of you that really like fashion and especially it's weird, it's vintage, kind of like vintagey fashion. So I personally really love the like Gunny Sacks era of dresses. I mean, I just like having like a little strappy sundress. And today is the first 80-degree day of the year. It's like March 25th, I think, or something like that. I just finished a cosplay project, so while I wait for fabric and planning on the next cosplay project, I'm going to make a little dress. That's where this one comes in. So I got this one on Black Friday last year. It's a Laura Ashley. Like, McCall's does this thing where they like bring back old patterns, and it was one of the ones on rotation basically, or however they do it. This Laura Ashley one, and it's just so cute. I have a bunch of pink linen from just like in general. I don't think it's gonna be enough, but for that reason I'm considering doing one of these like tiered skirts and alternating with maybe like a white cotton, which I can find at any local fabric store. Alright guys, so I have cut out all the pattern pieces as seen on TV for $19.99. Here they all are, just kidding. And I am going to start making a mock-up. The mock-up is going to be a little bit wonky though, as mock-ups usually are. So I am going to be, how do I describe this? I'm going to be making the top. I'm worried these tops in these like mass manufactured patterns often don't fit me, because I actually, you can't really tell because you're not seeing me in person, but I have very narrow shoulders and I'm quite flat. Therefore, like these square necklines tend to just like not work on my body. What's going on in your world today? Are you angry? There's an hour until your feeding time and you've still not been fed. Anyways, interruptions aside. Yeah, so the top, that will definitely need to be adjusted, but then the skirt, I'll show you guys. I am going to make the skirt down to like there, because there's these like a cake almost. There's like multiple tiers, right? Because I don't have enough fabric. I actually was gonna, hi boyos, pardon me. I was gonna make this one originally, but I don't have enough fabric, but I figured I do have enough fabric if I alternate fabrics, right? So I think I'm just gonna make this very top layer of the cake is how I'm describing it. I like a cake skirt. I don't know what the proper name for this is. I'm just gonna make this part because my philosophy is that if that part fits me and goes over my hips and please lighting get better, and does all of that kind of stuff properly, then the whole skirt will fit, because you know it's just a giant flowy skirt. So yeah, that's where we currently stand with that. I'm going to grab some muslin and start hacking away at it. The cats are so mad because they have an hour until feeding time. I have fencing in an hour, so I'm all like ready to go for that. Okay, we just have one major fit issue, which is the bust. I am going to take it in, like maybe that much on each side. And then I also think that the back could probably use some darts. So I'm going to make those adjustments. Hey guys, I was just looking over the pattern and I learned that the skirt is actually an elastic waistband, and I wrapped it around and it should fit just fine. I'll show you. Just the waistband piece. Anyways, there should be plenty of room, so I'm not too concerned over that. So I'm actually I'm gonna go run to the store and pick up lace. And I need to double check before I go and make sure I have enough elastic as well. And then we'll get started on the actual piece. I need to make sure I have enough fabric to do each of the sections that I want to. I actually think that as a tank top, like by itself, it's really, really cute. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this process more now because I'm making the actual top. So I'm starting with those middle pieces on the top. I marked these like red lines and I'm ironing them. I just went out to a friend's birthday brunch and I got a sunburn. I was outside for like an hour. It's like 55 degrees, it's not even that warm. Okay, so these two front panels are done and they look really cute. Da, 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 da. These go like here. I'm really happy with how these came out. But maybe someone in these comments will know the answer to this. I was curious why the pattern didn't have me just the two panes of fabric together, press open the seam, then stitch the lace on top. Instead, it had me, ugh, my chair keeps rolling. Okay, it had me, that's Bobo. He's very frustrated. There's an hour until his food time. I read a few different reasons why things could be done this way, and by this way I mean I had to baste on the lace, like I had to pin it on and baste it on, and that basically made it so in back it looks like this, like both sides are pressed and then sewn together by the lace. I'm not quite sure why it's done that way. It feels really impractical, but some of the things online I was reading was it allows for some stretch and like that was basically it. One of my theories is that it kind of finishes the seam behind it, although I serged the edges, so I'm not really sure why that is. It might be like a 1980s thing that was kind of trendy, who knows. But the next step is assembling the rest of the top. So I decided I'm not going to be putting the lace on the edges of these sleeves. I decided it's a combination of two things. One thing is that I don't want to buy more materials because if I buy ribbon, it'll just be a little bit that I need and then I'm gonna have an awkward amount, and the whole point of this project is to help, well, it's to make a cute dress, but it's also that I have excess materials. All of this is stuff I already had around. None of it I've ordered from anywhere, and I would have to buy more things, which is like against the whole goal of that. Okay guys, I finished the top. It is so stinking cute. Here's the waistband with the bow. The button spacing has a little extra gap down here, but honestly, I don't think anyone's really gonna notice. They're pretty even. This is so stinking cute. It's very clean too, as you can see. I think that this is some of my best work so far. I'm honestly really proud of it. I'm really, really happy with how it's come out so far. So now we are going to get started on the skirt, which is just a massive pink skirt that accompanies this, and I'll add some white lace to it if I have enough lace. Okay guys, the outfit is finally done. So this was super fun to make. I think there's some things that I would change, like when I did the mock-up, things I didn't think about, like the skirt length. I also didn't think about like the fact that this would add a little room because you didn't really stitch them together in the middle. The lace is holding them together. So I think it's a little bigger than I had anticipated, but luckily because like the waist high and stuff, it helps. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out though. I think it's really cute. So I really want to go, we have some really pretty cherry blossoms here in Salt Lake around our Capitol building, so I was gonna go take some photos there in this because I figured that went with the whole vibe really well. Klaus is nipping at my ankles. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I am working on a really big cosplay project after this, so I'm going to be spacing out my videos to be like every other week to kind of like give myself some time on that big cosplay project. So I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys soon.